Are you a jumpy gargoyle that is on his adventure to find the gates of Azeroy? Do you ever find yourself jump styling to Valeria bounce in the streets of Lithuania screaming jumping is not a crime 2K23? Are you a fan of internet subgenres that do their best to replicate that old Windows XP look from the early 2000s? Are you clinically obsessed with putting pixelated Arabic women on your cover art and putting random fucking gibberish as the title of your fucking songs? Or you just took 4 tabs of fucking acid and you found yourself in a very weird niche place of the internet? Well, I got the fucking video for you. Well, shit, what can I say that hasn't been already said about fucking Yabujin? Yabujin is a very popular artist amongst the underground due to him having a very unique aesthetic and a very unique sound that he has built for himself over the years. And I'll give you a basic rundown of his sound. His sound basically is very reminiscent of very early cloud rap mixed with his own type of flair into it. And the only way I could really describe it in words is imagine if you'd be listening to Young Lean for the first time again. With tracks like 2009 Nokia Angels 1.6, Baroque, and Chalice of Mine being amongst his most popular songs. Most of his songs have really awkward or unconventional mixing, but he executes it in such a way that that unconventional mixing that I've just mentioned really transforms the sound to be extremely unique and very hard to replicate. Yabujin nowadays is off of social media and you will not find any ways to contact him due to him not having any social media accounts that are currently active at this time. He only has 2 accounts that still exist on the internet. These 2 are SoundCloud accounts, which one is inactive, it has a fake Young Lean song on it, and the other one he kinda uploads random fucking tracks on it from time to time, so I guess that's kinda cool. He birthed his own sound and his own aesthetic, which is very fucking impressive nowadays, considering how much the music landscape has changed over the years. Although his sound is very oversaturated nowadays and many people have cloned him and made this whole fucking Yabujin core fucking aesthetic, which I think is very fucking corny. There's a bunch of great artists that came off of the base of his sound that I think you should check out, as they've took his sound and his aesthetic and transformed it into a whole other fucking realm. Anyways, enough of me fucking talking and giving you all this fucking description. Let's go make fucking baby whiny noise, shitty mix cloud rap beat for fucking adults. Let's fucking do it. Step number 1, as I said in my previous video, go and find yourself a fucking sample. Yabujin typically works with samples that are from old video games, dating simulators, and anime, cause who doesn't fucking like anime nowadays? So I went ahead and looked up the Final Fantasy VII original soundtrack, cause I figured I would sample from the same sources that he sampled off of, and I found one particular track out of this entire OST that I'm gonna be using. So you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna fucking YouTube to MP3 it and fucking throw it into Ableton and fucking quantize the fucking sample, and we're gonna be chopping and screwing segments of the sample itself until we have a cohesive loop that we're gonna be using for the entire duration of the track itself. So once you're done chopping and screwing the sample itself into a cohesive loop, we're gonna move on to making the fucking drums. Now Yabujin's drums can be either very simple or very complicated depending on what kind of style you're going for in his realm, but on this track specifically I've decided to go for like Baroque style drums because I figured they're gonna be easy to replicate, and if I'm already here I might as well just fucking pull it out of a fucking Yabujin drum kit I found on Reddit. I've actually used 2 fucking Yabujin-esque drum kits from Reddit that I'm gonna be putting in the description below if you want to make tracks that are kind of like in the same vein. So after messing around with the drums for a bit, this is what I've come up with. And if you've paid any single glimpse of fucking attention to how the drums sound, I've pitched them up because that's how Yabujin would do it on certain tracks. It depends on the sound selection and it depends on the grooves that you're making, but that's something that he would typically do, yes. Now the next thing that I would recommend doing is editing sound effects to your track, and it can be in the drums themselves or randomly put on the track itself. Use samples from old video games, anime, and whatever fucking source you can find to shit shit on. I don't even fucking understand where half of the fucking shit that he sampled came out of. But you know, I'm gonna add fucking birds, fucking laughing sound effects, the fucking Surgeons of Azeroy tag, the fucking Yabujin tag, some fucking baby sounds, cause Yabujin is obsessed with fucking fetuses for whatever fucking reason. And I'm gonna be a little bit more original, and I'm gonna add different sound effects that are not from the Yabujin drum kit, and I'm gonna be editing Brent's signature axe sound effects from Brawlhalla, cause I figured that they would fit that sound very well. Now, in terms of 808s, I mean, you can use whatever fucking 808s you want on the Yabujin type beat, as long as, like, the mid frequencies are super fucking dominant, and he does that on his mix for whatever fucking reason. And I mean, the low ends exist, but due to how he mixes the shit, you'll most likely hear more high-end 808s rather than low-end 808s, if you get what I'm saying. So after doing the 808 pattern, this is what I've come up with. Alright, shit sounds pretty fucking good. I got a cohesive loop and all of that. Now it's just time to fucking arrange the whole fucking thing and just mix the fucking shit. Now, if you want to mix your shit kind of like how Yabujin does it, I would recommend using RC20, Codec, FabFilter, Saturn. You can basically use any VST plugin that lowers the bit rate of the track itself. Make sure to put a lot of delay and reverb on the higher percussions of the track itself. I'm fucking talking hi-hats, I'm talking snares. And if you want to take the extra step of achieving that Yabujin sound, just EQ some of the low ends and the high ends and mix the fucking shit like you're fucking making beats for the first time again. That's really how you fucking put the shit together. And once you're fucking done with all of that fucking shit, just add a really weird fucking loop towards the end, cause that's what Yabujin sometimes does in his tracks. It could be really ethereal, or it could just be a really fucking weird sound. And once you're done with all of that, congratulations, you made yourself a Yabujin type beat. You're a Yabujin clone, nobody gives a shit about your existence. And now the final thing you're gonna do is just Photoshop a bunch of fucking weird shit into a cover art and put a fucking Azeroy HD font in it and just fucking rock with it, upload it to SoundCloud and fucking share it on r/Yabujin and fucking make a really obscure music video with fucking medical gore, fucking dolphins, Mr. Krabs, that kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? So after you're done with all of that, upload the fucking track to SoundCloud and just put a gibberish ass fucking title in it and you're fucking done. As done in my previous video, if you want to listen to this Yabujin type beat, I'm gonna have it up on SoundCloud and you're more than welcome to fucking listen to it. Anyways, enough of my fucking rambling. Here's the final product that we made out of this fucking video.